The Curse of Clara. Clara had been pregnant for over 2 years. Now, nearing 3, her body bore the signs of pregnancy, but no child came. Her belly swelled unnaturally, her health deteriorated, and the whispers in her village grew louder. No doctor, no healer, not even the wisest elders could explain her condition. Yet, in the silence of her suffering, Clara knew the truth. This was no ordinary pregnancy. This was a curse. Once, Clara had been the pride of her town. Beautiful, ambitious, and magnetic, she had a way of making people bend to her will. Her deep, rich brown skin and sparkling eyes masked a darker truth. During her years in university, Clara had reveled in attention, manipulating and using the men around her not for love, but for gain. Clara wasn't interested in lectures or careers. Her studies were a backdrop to the real game she played, seducing wealthy, powerful men. Her days were filled with lavish dates, designer clothes, and nights spent in the best clubs. Her Instagram feed was a highlight reel of excess. Every man she dated was a rung in the ladder she climbed. But no matter how high she went, it was never enough. Behind her glamour, Clara carried a devastating secret. The men she used often left behind more than just gifts. They left behind children. Pregnancies Clara had no intention of keeping. One after another, she terminated them. 25 times. Each abortion etched deeper into her soul, leaving her a little more hollow, a little more numb. By her 3rd year, Clara met Daniel, a wealthy, older businessman who seemed genuine. He wasn't like the others. He was kind, stable, and captivated by her. Seeing in him a way to secure her future, Clara pretended to be someone else. Innocent, untouched, devoted. "I've never been with anyone before you," she whispered, eyes wide with false sincerity. Daniel believed her. He gave her everything. She had finally found the man to build her dream life with, or so she thought. Though she tried to settle, her past habits clung to her. The thrill of control, the hunger for luxury, the recklessness, it never truly left. Still, Clara convinced herself that with Daniel she would start anew. When Clara discovered she was pregnant with Daniel's child, she was overjoyed. This was what she wanted, a real family, a future. But months passed, then a year, and still no child came. Her belly continued to grow, grotesque and unnatural. Doctors were baffled. Tests came back normal, yet Clara could feel it in her bones. This pregnancy was not blessed. It was a punishment. Desperate, she returned to her village, seeking the guidance of Mama AA, an ancient healer known for her wisdom. One glance was all Mama AA needed. "You are cursed," the old woman said, voice heavy with sorrow. "The children you discarded have come back. Their spirits have found you. They will not let you rest." Clara's world shattered. The memories she had buried now rose like ghosts from the grave. She tried to argue, to deny it, but Mama AA cut her off. "They cry for what was taken from them," she said. "They will not stop until you pay the price." Clara returned home shaken. She didn't tell Daniel. How could she? He still looked at her with love, though the worry in his eyes deepened with each passing month. Clara grew weaker, haunted by nightmares and whispers in the dark. Shadows moved where none should. Cold hands brushed her skin at night. She began to see them, the children, their faces pale and twisted with rage. Her husband tried to help, but Clara pushed him away. Guilt and shame consumed her. She sought every medical explanation but found none. Eventually, she broke. Returning to Mama AA, she begged for a solution. "You cannot undo what is done," the healer told her. "The spirits of your unborn children demand justice. And worse, The deity of our land has added their wrath. You broke the ancient law. There was a sacred rule in the village, one never spoken but deeply known. A woman who repeatedly discarded life would bear no more. The punishment was infertility, but Clara's case had gone further. The deity had cursed her with an eternal false pregnancy, her body trapped in a state of birth that would never come. You must repent, Mama AA urged, but the price will be heavy. The curse may never lift. Clara's mind began to unravel. At night, she heard the whispers louder. They mocked her. You took our lives. Now you carry the weight of them forever. In her visions, she saw them clearly. Small, angry faces, hollow-eyed and unforgiving. They hovered near, clawing at her sanity. Her reflection in the mirror was no longer hers. The vibrant, glowing woman was gone, replaced by a stranger bloated with suffering. One night, she returned to the sacred grove where the curse had taken hold. The wind howled through the trees. The earth trembled beneath her. She dropped to her knees and begged the spirits for forgiveness. I didn't know, she wept. I was young, I didn't mean to. But the wind only grew stronger, the voices louder. You chose, you chose. The visions returned more vivid than ever. Clara saw herself as she had been, arrogant, beautiful, cruel. She saw every child, every life taken standing before her. Their eyes burned with grief. Then came the decree: you will never give birth. You will live as you made us die, forgotten, unloved, trapped. She collapsed, screaming, her body racked with sobs. There, in the grove, she realized the truth. There would be no release, no child, no redemption. Clara returned home a shell of herself. Daniel tried to help, but his hope was dying. He could not understand her torment. She could not explain. The weight of her sins grew heavier. Days turned into months. Clara barely spoke. The whispers followed her everywhere. The curse bound her tighter. She tried to end it through rituals, prayer, even isolation, but nothing worked. Eventually, she returned to Mama AA one last time. Is there anything I can do? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Mama AA looked at her with pity. Only time will tell if the spirits will show mercy, but you must live in penance. That is all you can do. Clara nodded. Her fate was sealed. She returned to the grove, not to beg, but to stay. She built a small hut near the sacred trees, where she would live alone, offering prayers each day. Word spread through the village of the cursed woman who had once been the pride of the town. Children were warned to stay away. Adults spoke her name in hushed tones. Her story became legend, a cautionary tale whispered through generations. And there she remains, to this day, belly still swollen with a child that will never be born, haunted by the souls of those she denied life. Clara, once beautiful and adored, now a ghost among the living, bound forever by the sins of her past.